Welcome you all to the second session of financial modeling. In this session, we are going to cover two important topics related to the financial modeling. The first is understanding different types of financial models, and the second one that we are going to cover in this session, that is tools and techniques of financial modeling. So let's start with the let's start with the different types of financial modeling. So there are various types of financial modeling, but there are few important types of financial modeling. So we will discuss one by one all important types of financial modeling. First type of financial model that we are going to develop with the help of an Excel is risk analysis model. Risk analysis model, as you could see over here, I have put it one picture over here. That is, whenever we are going to launch new things, so definitely cost is going to involve in that, right? And then we have to make efforts to achieve the target, and the cost as well as efforts both are related with the risk. So now the question is how to analyze this risk, right? So with the help of financial model, we could analyze the risk as well, and the model through which we could analyze the risk is known as risk analysis model. It is used to analyze different types of risk. It could be a physical scale model, but mostly it is a mathematical model. This model can be formed with the help of writing formulas in a Microsoft Excel spreadsheet or by writing code in a programming language. Right, so basically in risk analysis model, we need to use a mathematical formulas, mathematical model to analyze the risk, right? Just like as if you like to analyze the risk related to the stock market, right? Then we have to do CAPM analysis, we need to do Sharpe index analysis, we need to create a portfolio also. So this we could do with the help of mathematical model, and this risk analysis model will be very helpful to analyze the risk related to a particular project. Second type of financial model is trading model. Trading model, as you could see over here, there is a picture. I have put it a picture over here. So here there is lots of ups and down in this picture. Up and down, up and down. So basically, in trading also, there are so many times there is upward movement and downward movement in the market. So basically, it is used in a portfolio management, sales and trading function. This trading model is to be used in portfolio management, sales and trading function to capture the trends in trading or price in the stock market or sales trend. There is a pre-built model in Excel. It can be used with stock, exchange traded funds, foreign exchange, and futures, making it an excellent all-around trading system. The model is linked with formulas in which basic informations like open, high, low, and close price needs to be put it as input, and this will give instant trend for the future. So what information, what are the inputs we need to put? We need to put opening price, we need to put what is the higher price, lower price, closing price related to a particular stock, related to a particular portfolio, related to the sales as well. And then this model, this trading model will give instant result in the form of trend, right? So this model is very helpful basically for the investors. They can easily predict the market, where the market is now, and where the market will go in future. This they could easily analyze with the help of trading model. Next type of financial model is the financial statement projection model. The most commonly used type of financial model is the financial statement projection model. This is also to be known as three statements model. This model focuses the company's future financial results and consists of three things, and three things are income statement, balance sheet, and cash flow statement. So these are the three important statements that we are going to use to build this model, and this is going to build to predict for the future. The next type of model is portfolio allocation model. Portfolio allocation model is basically to design or to allocate the investment into various securities. Right, as we know, a portfolio is a combination of various securities where we are putting our money into different types of investment. Like if we are investing our money in bonds, in shares and debentures, right? Then it is going to create a portfolio. So basically, it determines the asset type and other allocations within a portfolio. Right. So now how the portfolio allocation model look like? We will see this. So this is an example of portfolio allocation model, right? So basically in portfolio allocation model, we are allocating the funds into different alternatives, right? So here, as you could see over here, this blue color blue shade is defining that is the US stocks, right? So 64.6% is being invested in US stocks. The lighter shade of blue is representing the international stocks. So where we have invested, the second part, 19.6% is to be invested in international stock. Remaining, we have invested 8% in alternative investment, then 7.8% in bonds, and there is no other information related to this, right? So this is the portfolio allocation, picture of portfolio allocation. Now how they have allocated, this is again Excel inbuilt model. So where we need to decide, that is the various categories where we need to make the investments. Then the next we need to write down which format we would like to follow. So here we would like to follow the Ricky-Ferry rule. This is again a model with the help of which we could make the investment. Then the personal capital is mentioned over here. Then the target is, my target is this. This is my target. I would like to invest 55% in US stock, 25% in investment stock, alternatives investment 10%, bonds 8%, and cash 2%. In this way, I would like to make my investment. Actual is this one. Actually, my this is my current position. Then I need to put over here the difference between the target one and the actual one, and the model itself will calculate the value of your current position. Then we have fixed the targets, right? On the basis of target, how much should I reduce from the current position, and how much to invest in the various alternatives to achieve the target, that is to be explained by the portfolio allocation model. Then the next topic, important topic of this session, is related to the tools and techniques of financial modeling. So basically there are three important tools and techniques of financial modeling. A very important technique. So the first technique of or the tool for the financial modeling is sensitivity analysis. Sensitivity analysis, as you could see over here, there is a picture which is representing, that is high sensitivity and low sensitivity. High sensitivity area, it means that if there is a 0.002% change in the sales, right, then the revenue the profit is going to be changed by 10%. The highly sensitive area, just there is a change in sales percent is to be changed, only it's a minor change in sales, but the profit is going to be changed in a very high speed, right? So this is a high sensitivity. Second one is the low sensitivity, which is representing by changing one alternate or one input, there is not much impact on the output. So this is very important to find out what are the sensitive factors which is going to put impact on the whole organization or on the profitability of the organization. So basically sensitivity analysis, it gives the answers how does the projection respond to different shocks. So if there is one change in a particular event, how the projection is respond to that particular change might be it is high sensitivity and low sensitivity. So how it is responding, if it is high sensitivity, then we should be very careful to take a decision. Then it's very important to know which variable and assumption are most influential in your model. So this is very important. So we should be very careful with that assumption, with that variable if it is high sensitivity, right? So for that we need to use a technique that is sensitivity analysis. The second type or technique for financial modeling is scenario analysis. Basically scenario analysis which suggests you which is the best option and which one is the worst option out of various alternatives, right? So it measures outcome of events with different influences. Often it used to see the best case and the worst case. So if in case of if the everything will be very good and everything will be very favorable for our decision. So what is the impact of that, and what revenues and operational activities will happen in case of best scenario and what will happen in the worst scenario. So this is scenario analysis. The last one is the Monte Carlo analysis, which measure the outcome of events with random influences and assign probability based on frequency. And the most important use of Monte Carlo analysis is that it can run tens of thousands of potential scenario in seconds. So basically sensitivity in scenario we cannot apply in thousands of potential scenarios, but this Monte Carlo will be very helpful. It could be used on a huge data. If we have lots of alternatives, different scenarios, so we should run Monte Carlo analysis. So with this, I would like to finish this session over here. I hope you have understood the various types and tools, techniques of financial modeling. In the next session, we will cover about the process of financial modeling. Thank you all.